Hey YouTube, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about why the Houston Rockets could possibly be in trouble this year, as we just saw that they played the New Orleans Pelicans, and when they played them, they did not look too hot, as they managed to let the New Orleans Pelicans score 129, and they let Nikola Mirotic score 30, and they let Anthony Davis score 32. So I mean, they're just struggling a lot, and I mean, I know it's very early in the season, extremely early, and I'm sure they'll probably be a top 3 seed in the Western Conference, but I'm saying why I think they could be in trouble and why they probably will have a down year from what they had last year. So without further ado, without rhyming on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so my first problem for this team is going to be their defense, as in the season opener, like I said, they gave up 129 points, but a big reason was because in the offseason, they lost both Trevor Ariza and LeBron Mute, and those are two very good defensive players. Trevor Ariza is known as being one of the best 3-and-D veterans in the entire league, and it was a huge part to the Houston Rockets' success last year, and then LeBron Mute was just a very good veteran, a very, very good defender off that bench, and they helped them a ton. And I mean, with those losses, that hurt them a lot, and then they managed to replace them with Carmelo Anthony. Now, Carmelo isn't known to be the best defender. No, he's actually known for being one of the worst defenders in the entire league. So when you replace a great 3-and-D player and just a great defensive player with one of the worst defensive players in the entire league, and it can probably give you about the production Trevor Ariza can give you, you're going to struggle a lot. And that was shown, as I mean, just look at how they lost. In the first game of the season, no, they actually let the Pels score 132 points, and the people, they let 2 people, and Anthony Davis and Nikola Mirotic, score over 30 points, and 4 players, including Mirotic and Anthony Davis, scored over 20 points, and with those other 2 being Julius Randle and E'Twaun Moore. E'Twaun Moore is a great shooter, a great 3-point shooter, but he is not a 20-point per game scorer in this league. Julius Randle can go for 20, but he was off the bench. I think he had like 19 minutes, so he had more points than he did minutes. And then Anthony Davis, you know, he's unguardable. He's going to go for 30 most nights. But then you have Nikola Mirotic, who's having a great season and just dropped 36. So last game he was on, but dude, it's Nikola Mirotic, and you just let him go on fire, and I think he missed like 2 threes the whole night. You can't just let Nikola Mirotic go for 30 on you and expect to win. And I mean, especially with someone that's already pretty much guaranteed 30 points to Anthony Davis. So I mean, their defense really looked bad. Very bad last year. I mean, very bad last game. And I think that they're going to struggle to stop people a lot. And when they play teams like the Golden State Warriors, they're going to struggle even more, as the Warriors are pretty much the Pelicans, but 10 times better, as they go at the same fast pace, but they also have a lot better players than the Pelicans have. So, I mean, they're going to struggle when they have to play the elite teams in the playoffs in the future. But then my second reason is going to be that they are getting older, as their big four consists of Carmelo Anthony, CP3, Capella, and James Harden. James Harden is kind of getting up there in age. He's not anywhere near declining, but I mean, he's still kind of getting up there and going into his prime right now, which is going to he's probably halfway through his prime right now, so he's still in it. He's not going to decline anytime soon. Capella's still very young and still has room to develop, actually. But then you go to CP3 and Capella. CP3 is the only reason they almost had a chance to beat the Warriors last year, and CP3 is now 33 years old. He's extremely old. He's going to start declining very soon, and he might even be this year when he starts declining. And if he starts to decline, I don't think they stand a chance against the Golden State Warriors. And then Carmelo Anthony, their big pickup. He's coming off the bench, but still, you know, he's supposed to be getting you 15, 16 points per game. Well, the dude is 34 years old, and I highly doubt he is going to improve any more than he already is. This is what you're going to get out of Melo. Very little defense, a little bit of offense, about 15 points a game, and that's it. And he's probably going to decline from what he was even last year, so he might only get him like 12 to 10 points per game. And I mean, he's been out of his prime for a couple of years now, and I just don't think that he's going to do good. So if you have Chris Paul declining, you're very screwed. And if if Carmelo goes any farther back from what he was last year, they're definitely in trouble. Because, I mean, Aaron Gordon's going to move back to the 6th man, I would assume. But Chris Paul, they need him to be elite to have a chance. You need him to be the superstar level player that he was last year. And if he's not, well, they're going to be struggling a lot. But my third reason is going to be that they know how to teams know how to guard them now. Last year, they shocked the NBA when they shot more threes than they did 2-pointers. And I mean, they just shocked the NBA when how much volume of 3-point shooting they were doing and how efficiently they were able to knock it down. But then now, I mean, teams know, okay, guard them on the outside, make them force bad shots. And we saw that against Pelicans. They were forcing horrible shots, missing them pretty badly. But that's just because they knew that, I mean, we don't really have to guard the paint as they're just trying to get threes. And if we take away the three-pointer, we should have a good chance of winning. The Pelicans end up blowing them out. And I think they have to get more more dimensional on offense. Right now, they're very one-dimensional with the three-point shot. So they definitely do need to drive more. Try to get Capella involved a little bit more. Drive a little bit more with everybody to see how they can work it out. Now, obviously, Melo, he isn't going to drive, but he's going to do his fadeaway ISO thing at least. But, I mean, James Harden will literally ISO three-point shooter. And same with Chris Paul. For some reason, now he's even a three-point shooter. So, yeah, I just think they're getting very predictable. Their defense is lacking a ton from what it was last year. And then they're getting older, which is going to hurt them a lot as half of their big four are going to start declining. So, I mean, I think all that's going to be a big reasons why they're going to not be as good as they were last year. But I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you think the Houston Rockets could be in trouble? Do you think they're going to decline? I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And if any video ideas you want to see me make in the future, comment those below as well. And I hope you have a blessed day. Can I have a blessed day? So you need to have a blessed day. See you in tomorrow's video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah, blah, blah.